You're being lied to about AI, not in a dramatic sci-fi way, not with killer robots or glowing red eyes. You're being lied to in a quiet, polite corporate way, because while headlines scream AI boom, something else is happening underneath. People are pulling back, workers are resisting, artists are furious, students are gaming the system, communities are opting out, and no one in power wants to talk about it. This is the silent backlash against AI, and it's growing faster than the technology itself. Let me start with a truth bomb. Most people don't hate AI because it's dangerous. They hate it because it feels dishonest, because it was sold as help but deployed as replacement, because it promised empowerment but delivered surveillance, because it claimed neutrality but amplified bias at scale, and because every time someone raises a concern, they're told they're either stupid, lazy, or afraid of change. But listen closely. This backlash isn't loud. It's not trending on Twitter. It's not a protest with banners. It's silent. It looks like workers quietly refusing to use AI tools. Teachers pretending not to notice AI-written assignments, artists watermarking everything and pulling their work offline, developers building AI-free alternatives on weekends, communities saying, "We didn't agree to this." That silence, that's not acceptance, that's disengagement, and disengagement is deadly. Here's the uncomfortable truth no one in Silicon Valley wants to admit. AI adoption is being inflated by fear, not love. People aren't excited. They're scared of being left behind, so they click, they comply, they nod along in meetings. But inside, something breaks. Because every new AI rollout feels less like progress and more like being experimented on without consent. Let's talk about jobs. We were told AI would free us from boring work. Instead, it's doing the opposite. It's turning creative work into content sludge. It's turning knowledge work into prompt babysitting. It's turning professionals into supervisors of machines that don't understand context, accountability, or consequences. And here's the part that really hurts. When AI messes up, humans take the blame. A recruiter uses AI to screen candidates. The model filters out women, minorities, disabled applicants. The company says the system made a mistake. A doctor relies on AI diagnostics. The model misses something obvious. The doctor faces the lawsuit. A journalist uses AI research tools. The output hallucinates facts. The journalist's credibility is destroyed. AI doesn't carry responsibility. People do. And people are tired of carrying the risk while corporations take the profit. Now, let's talk about trust, because trust is the real crisis here. You don't trust AI because you don't trust the people behind it. You don't trust companies that trained models on stolen data and called it fair use. You don't trust platforms that say your data is safe while quietly scraping everything you've ever posted. You don't trust systems that won't explain themselves but still make decisions about your life. And deep down, you know something else. AI isn't being built with society. It's being imposed on society. No public vote, no meaningful consent, no opt-out that actually works, just updates, policies, and a terms of service checkbox you didn't read because you didn't have a choice. That's not innovation, that's force. And humans don't react well to being forced. Here's another truth bomb. The backlash isn't coming from non-technical people. Some of the loudest private critics of AI are the people who understand it best. Engineers who know how fragile these systems really are. Researchers who see how bias gets baked in at the data level. Designers who understand how automation erodes skill over time. But they don't speak publicly. Why? Because the moment you criticize AI, you're branded anti-progress. You're told you don't get it. You're accused of being afraid. You're quietly removed from rooms where decisions are made, so people stop talking, and silence fills the gap. Let's talk about creativity, because this is where the emotional backlash is strongest. Artists didn't wake up one day and decide to hate AI. They watched their life's work get scraped, remixed, and monetized without permission. They watched years of practice get reduced to a style. They watched algorithms flood the market with cheap imitations. They watched platforms reward speed over soul. And when they spoke up, they were told, you should adapt. You should learn prompts. You should compete with machines trained on your own work. That's not adaptation. That's exploitation. And people don't forget being exploited. Now zoom out. This backlash isn't about AI itself. It's about power. Who controls the models? Who owns the data? Who decides what's acceptable? Who gets replaced? Who gets protected? Right now, AI concentrates power in fewer hands than almost any technology before it. A small group builds the systems. A smaller group profits from them. Everyone else adapts or disappears. And humans are very good at sensing when the game is rigged. That's why you see subtle resistance everywhere. People intentionally using human-made labels, companies advertising no AI used, schools returning to handwritten exams, communities pushing for AI bans in local services, not because they hate technology, but because they hate being powerless. Here's a hard truth the hype machine won't say out loud. AI progress is outpacing social permission, and when that gap gets too big, backlash isn't a possibility, it's inevitable. History shows this over and over. Industrial machines, social media, surveillance tech. Every time a technology moves faster than trust, society pushes back. Not immediately, not loudly, but deeply. And this backlash, it's still early, which is the scariest part, because right now people are disengaging quietly. They're not organizing yet. They're not protesting en masse. They're just withdrawing from platforms, from tools, from promises. And when people disengage, systems collapse slowly, then suddenly. Let me tell you something that sounds small, but matters a lot. People want agency. They want to know when AI is used. They want the right to say no. They want systems that explain themselves. They want accountability when harm happens. And most of all, they want honesty, not marketing, not hype, not trust us, honesty. Right now, AI is failing that test because it's being framed as inevitable, and nothing triggers backlash faster than inevitability. When you tell people this is happening whether you like it or not, you're not inviting progress. You're declaring war on consent. So here's the real question. What happens if this silent backlash turns loud? What happens when workers refuse AI systems en masse? When creators pull their data permanently? When governments step in too late and too aggressively? Because that's the danger zone. Ignore the backlash and you get chaos. Suppress it and you get rebellion. But acknowledge it, that's where something interesting happens. Because people aren't asking for AI to disappear. They're asking for it to slow down, to be accountable, to be human-centered instead of profit-centered. They want AI that serves society, not replaces it. They want augmentation, not erasure. And here's the final truth bomb. The future of AI won't be decided by how powerful the models are. It will be decided by how much trust they destroy or rebuild. Right now, the trust account is overdrawn, and silence isn't approval. Silence is the sound of people stepping back, watching closely, and deciding whether this technology deserves a place in their lives. Ignore that silence, and the backlash won't stay silent for long. It will hit hard, and when it does, everyone will ask the same question. How did we not see this coming? But we did. We just didn't want to listen.